Theresa Drescher. Theresa, I just found out, is the founder of an all-volunteer nonprofit that I am a huge fan of. It's called City Santa, and it benefits people and families in crisis at Christmas. It's just a great organization, so you should look it up, City Santa. Theresa has proudly served as Joan Crawfish in Celebrities of the Sea in the Mermaid Parade at Coney Island. When she dies, she wants to be cremated and put in a firecracker and exploded over Manhattan so she never has to leave the city. Welcome, Therese.
Childhood. Mine can best be described as a combination of Leave It to Beaver and MASH. Not just because we were in a loving family and lived in small American towns, or because both of my parents were in the military. No, it is because we had this wide-eyed, blind faith that people in charge knew what they were doing. And even when you knew they didn't, you followed orders and did it anyway. It was the fall of 1965, and my father, Master Sergeant Clarence Weldon Drescher, had just left for Vietnam, his third war. 5 weeks prior, just after he received his orders, we packed up our house on the military base, left our friends behind, and moved into an apartment in the small desert town of Yuma, Arizona. My sister and I were 3 weeks into a new school year at yet another school, military life. I was in 4th grade, she was in 2nd. On a Monday morning, my mother told us she took us to school, and as she was dropping us off, she said, "I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, and a neighbor's going to pick you up, and you're to stay with her until I come and get you." Well, it was kind of weird because we didn't really know our neighbors, but my mom said, "Everything's fine." That afternoon, when the neighbor picked us up, she said, "Your mother's sick, so you're going to stay with us tonight." The next afternoon, when she picked us up, she said, "Your mother's very sick. She's not coming home for a while. But I don't have room for you to continue to stay with me and my family. So I have a new plan. I'll take you to school in the morning, I'll pick you up in the afternoon, and you can have dinner with my family. But you're going to stay up in your apartment by yourselves." Wait, you said what? "Don't worry, you'll be fine." I'm 9. She's 7. Exactly. Big girls and old enough to take care of yourselves now. Really? "What are we going to do now?" my sister said. "Go home, I guess." So we did. It was about 2 weeks until we started really bickering when my sister screamed at me one morning, "I hate toast." "It's all I know how to cook," I yelled back, and then said to calm things down, "Do you want to play Beatles when we get home from school this afternoon?" Because we had turned Kleenex boxes and paper towel tubes into guitars and played like we were the Beatles. I was Paul, she was George. It helped us forget how scared we really were. What we did not know is that our mother had cancer, and the little town of Yuma, Arizona, had no facilities for her to take care of her. So she had to go to Phoenix, which was over 3 hours away, and she was too sick to commute and too sick to take us. The Army gave my dad 2 weeks to figure out what to do with his family. So we came home, met the neighbors, put together a tag team of people to make sure that we ate and went to school, bought us some toys, got us a puppy, and then without a word, went back to the war. So for the next several months, my sister and I took care of ourselves. We got ourselves ready for school, we did our homework, walked the dog, played Beatles, watched TV, and waited for our parents to come home, which eventually they did. And my father got his next assignment, and we packed up the apartment and moved to El Paso, Texas. And, like the very good soldiers we were, we never questioned or spoke about that year ever again.